Hey guys, Valtorious the Awoken here. Now, that Punisher season 2 was freaking amazing. Like, it was amazing. Now, there was a few things I was disappointed in, but then there was a lot of things that was good. I was like, yeah, it was good. Now, starts off with him at the bar. He saves Beth from this guy. The next thing you know, one thing led to another. He goes back to her place. They do their business. Awkwardly talk about family and stuff. Then he's like, oh, my name's Pete. But he's like, oh no, my name's Frank. Like that. So, it was quite interesting and stuff. And then Amy, what would you call it? Because she kind of was like all acting strange and weird and stuff. And then Frank comes along. He saves her from like these group of people that comes in there and tries to like take this briefcase, laptop, whatever that was in her bag and stuff. He just messes everybody up. But in the process of him messing people up, because he was in a feel-good spirit until everything that broke down, then he saves her, right? He saves her, but then in the doing so, in the process, his woman Beth got shot, right? So takes her to the hospital. Then it's funny because I like how freaking Castle and Amy, they had like this little squabble because he tied her up. Like, they had a hotel, he tied her up, and then he was like, oh, because she told him, she's like, I ain't gonna run from you. You sure? Yeah. Next thing you know, he tied her up again, went out to go get something to eat and stuff. I was like, yo, Frank, my boy, what you doing? Then what else happened? Then the same men come back again at the hotel and stuff. They shoot up the place. Then Frank just takes them all out. Then they all go into the jail, right? Then more of John Pilgrim's men shows back up again, and then they just completely, almost destroyed the sheriff's town. Destroyed the police department, I should say. Almost destroyed that. Frank goes into the middle of the night, takes them all out and stuff. Then Agent Madani shows up because, he called that at one point. He said, hey, I'm in jail. Help me out. You on your own, Frank. You on your own. Like that. And then she shows up. She tells him like, oh, Billy Russo, he escaped from his jail. From the hospital. He escaped from the hospital. Like that. So he's like, oh, okay. So they all go back to New York City. So they all go chilling back at her place and stuff. So I was like, I liked how things was moving. Like, it was at a faster pace, right? Everything was at a faster pace. Then I liked that the chemistry between Frank and Curtis, like, it was so funny. He was like, oh, you back? Yeah, man, I'm back. Oh, I got a woman, her name is Dahlia. Yeah, man, things is going good. Yeah, what about you? Oh, I had a girl, Beth. Yeah, man, everything was going fine. Word? Yeah, man. Like that. I was like, I liked that the chemistry between the two. It was quite good. There was some things that I wasn't really liking about with the whole Billy. Now, before I get into Billy's situation, that damn doctor of his, she's been all over the place with her. So many different characters and variations of her, but to see her as somewhat of a bad guy, I was like, oh, you're one of those. Oh, okay, like that. But she was kind of like, I wouldn't even say nursing him back to health. It was more like she needed him because she was alone. She never had a man ever hit those sweet walls before. I'm taking one from the Hodge twins on this one. But that was all of that was good. The whole Madani situation, because it took her like a year of recovery after when she got shot in the head. And then she was having flashbacks because when Bill was going through like this problem, like trying to like piece everything back together, she was also having problems too, but it wasn't how he was. It was more like it was the past memories and the trauma of her getting shot in the back of the head, and then him on top of her. So I was like, man, this was kind of funny. So she was imagining him, remembering the times when he was on top of her and they was in the shower and he was busting those sweet walls open and he was in there cocking his chickens like that. So I was like, oh, okay. okay, like that. But overall, it still kind of ended bad because, she wanted him dead and she was all types of messed up. And Frank saw her. He was like, man, you need help. Like, you need some help here. So she was trying to because she was all types of confused herself, because it was like 1 minute she wanted him dead, the next minute, nah, he gotta go to jail. So you got Frank sitting here with the gun in his hand, looking at her like she's stupid, like, well, what is it gonna be? Like that. Because when they had the whole intervention where it was Curtis, Madani, and Frank, and they was saying that, well, listen, y'all have problems of your own. Because he was like, listen, you got Curtis, he's running around here strapped and stuff, which is understandable because after when season 1, he was beaten and shot. So, it makes sense for him to carry it and stuff because Bill kind of escaped and stuff. And at the time, they didn't know where he was at. So he was like, listen, y'all got to figure this out between ourselves. But the best part was my boy Turk. I was like, where's the black man? Next thing you know, the black man showed up because when Frank came back, he was like, he said, there's you again. So he's like, oh man, Homeland Security and then the government, everyone's gonna have field day if I make this call. He said, you make this call and you did. Like that. I was like, oh shit, chill. Because Frank was using Turk to get some information, I guess, on what's been happening, like who's been doing what. So he made him go into, I guess, this bodybuilder shop place and went to go tell him like some stuff that happened in Chicago. So they looked at him and was like, well, the guy, he's already dead. So Frank comes in there, he saves him and stuff, and I guess find out more information about what's going on. Then Turk was like, I never want to see you again, Frank. Likewise, Turk, likewise. I was like, my boy, like that. But that was pretty. I like that. It was pretty funny. They was all in fucking Turk's house and shit. I was like, man, that's just fucking hilarious. But the story itself, I was kind of confused because I was like, okay, yeah, Amy had like these pictures and stuff, and I was like, wait, it was like 2 dudes kissing. So I wasn't sure. I was like, still like, wait, okay, yeah, because you had John Pillerman of the church, hitman. Well, what should we call him? The hitman of the church. He ran around, killed all of Amy's friends and most of the people she knew. And then after for a while, tracked things down to New York City because they was like, oh, this can't get out. And then I was like, wait, I'm confused. Like, what are y'all talking about? What does that even mean? Till you find out later that it has something to do with the senator. Now, before I get into the senator, it was great to see the homegirl, Karen Page. It's always a delight to see that woman. The Billy Russo Jigsaw type thing, I liked it that because he had like his crew and the whole military, I guess ex-military and stuff. But the one thing I was kind of like disagreeing upon was like the whole Jigsaw thing. I wanted to see something sadistic. I wanted to see people be boiled alive and cooked and scorched to death. He was just like watching this was like watching the same Billy Russo from season 1, but just he's trying to get his memories back and he's trying to figure out why is Frank and everybody's against him. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of good, And then Trisha, the doctor who was treating him, yeah, he was in her house, right? Then next thing you know, she just gave up because she felt alone. Then she just gave up her sweet walls to him. And I was like, okay, okay. Nobody, it's not like we never seen this. We wasn't going to see this coming. Yeah, it was happening and stuff because at the end, when Madani was like saying, hey, this is what he does. She's like, he loves me. He going to have a happy ever after. I'm like, yeah, okay. Because the cat fight, I shouldn't say cat fight. I'm so sorry. The tea fight with between Madani and her was kind of funny because when she seen the news, it was like, because it was like the whole ambulance thing, like kind of like flipped over. And after for a while, she called up Madani. So about Frank, what happened? Is Billy okay? Like this, and she's like, huh? Yeah. Went over to the house and was like, oh, there's something that Billy said something about that. Yeah, you became the devil now, because she said that how she was thinking about this is because something that she said to her, and it was like, hold up, 2 and 2 makes sense. I said, damn, I love Madonna. She pieced it together right away and stuff. And 2, they was kind of like fighting and stuff, and then she threw her out the window because she had this anxiety, I guess, going out the window and stuff because her father jumped out the window with her when she was a kid. He died and she lived and stuff, but it was in the reverse because Madani threw her out the window. Billy saw it, came upstairs running and stuff, and then Madani and him kind of had like this squabble. She shot him 3 times and then he escaped. But it was cool because he tried to go to a shady doctor to get himself fixed up. Then the doctor was like, oh shit, he passed the fuck out. Oh, what's that? Oh, money? taking the money and threw his ass in the garbage. I was like, oh man. Then he gonna call up Curtis. Yo, Curtis, yeah, man, please be a brother to me one last time, please, man, for everything I've done. Next thing you know, Frank showed up. He was like, oh man, I thought it was Curtis, but I knew it would have been you. Oh man. Next thing you know, I guess Frank shot him 4 or 5 times in the chest. So you had Maloney, Curtis, and Madani. They was all in there. They said, oh, who shot him? Who did this? You did you finish the job? Nah, I ain't do that shit. What about you? I don't know what the fuck happened. Where's Frank? I don't know. I was like, like that. That was pretty going on cool. That was freaking cool. But the one thing that I was kind of like, it started to make sense to me, was the senator. Because okay, yeah, the senator was gay. He had an affair. So they sent the They sent John Pilgrim to go solve the situation. But then you find out there's more in Connect, because it was like they was trying to control their son. You know, they didn't want that crap to go out, because seems like the family was like a modest family, and it was like, well, we don't want this stuff to go out. So they had this dude just completely murder people. Then I like how, like, towards the end, when Amy showed up and was like, yeah, you had my friends killed off for this. You had other things happen because of y'all. Next thing you know, when she turned her back just a slight second, she tried to stab Amy. Frank just shot her in the back of the head, and then threw the gun on the table with one bullet and told the dude, he said, listen, you only got 2 options here. Either take this gun and shoot yourself with it, or live with the rest of your life that all this is your fault. Y'all fault. Y'all did this. So he shot himself. John took his boys in the car. They went off and stuff, and you know, then Frank had like a heart-to-heart warming and stuff, and was like, oh, you know, because he cared about her, right? Because when they was talking before, and I guess she was asking like, oh, like how old would your daughters would have been, or your daughter would have been? I think he said either 15 or 16, like that. And I guess Amy was around that age and stuff, so he was like, damn. You know, he cared about her and stuff. So, you know, they had like a little heart-to-heart thing. Then 3 months passed, and Madani called him up and said, oh, I got a job for you. He's like, I already got a job. Then he went in there and shot up the people. So I was like, oh man, that was freaking good. It was good. But if I had to rate it, I'd rate the Punisher season 2. It'd get 10 stars. It would have been over the top, but it gets 10 stars for me, because man, it was freaking good. But there was some things that I wasn't really too fond about. Now, the part where Amy went to her friend, and the friend was like, oh, you know, I can make you some passports and get out, right? So which wasn't really true, because Frank showed up, killed everybody, because she kind of lied and set her up and was like, oh, I was handcuffed. The part where it got me confused, I was like, wait, how was it that Amy kicked her in the groin? I'm like, women don't have what us men have. Like, that's not how that works. Like, trust me, I've tried. I mean, believe me. But yeah, I'm like, that's not how this works. Like, no, that's not how this works. But I guess it's whatever. You know, it's whatever. But you know, everything kind of like wrapped up in the end, you know, because like I said, John went off with his boys. They kind of like settled the whole beef and stuff with Billy Russo. The dumb doctor, she was in the hospital, like I said, saying that, yeah, Billy's gonna come for me, but you lost your license and you going to jail. You going to jail because when they cocked up this whole plan, it was like to try to not get, you know, Frank to be the Punisher anymore. So say he killed those innocent girls, which he didn't, because Billy shot them. It was like, oh, you know, this is all your fault. This is your plan. So, you know, it kind of like went south in the end and stuff. But like I said, I kind of wanted more from the whole Billy Jigsaw thing, because I wanted him to renounce his name from saying, I am no longer Billy Russo. I am Jigsaw. And I'm scorching, I'm burning people, and I'm cooking them alive. I kind of wanted that to happen, but they didn't do it that way. It was like I said, it was just the same old Billy. And I was like, just like from season 1. I was like, yeah. Alright, you know, it's still good. But we all as fans want to see season 3. But God knows Netflix lost all types of faith in freaking Marvel. Like, Daredevil season 3 was beautiful. Luke Cage was great. Iron Fist season 2, I felt that it was good. Yeah, maybe some people thought it was slow and stupid, and then it wasn't to their liking, but I think that it was getting somewhere. And then we got Punisher. That's crazy good. And you gonna tell me it probably might get canceled? Man, have you ever heard of Dutch Vandalin? Have you ever heard of Dutch Vandalin and stuff? Because man, Dutch will freaking tell you.
Man. Next time, Arthur, try faith. Try faith. Have some goddamn faith.
But yeah, if you like what you heard you like it. Please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful stuff. And I'll catch you later.